Today, we will talk about soft fork vs hard fork in crypto. Everything you need to know. Soft fork vs hard fork, a brief comparison. While understanding the underlying structure of blockchain technology, we only see what is on the surface. We see a ledger that maintains the records of all transactions, gets updated through a consensus mechanism, and stores information cryptographically. But a lot of back-end processes never meet the eye of a layman or a person who isn't an actual participant node in a network. One such process is the forking of the blockchain network. It is the event when any upgrade takes place in the blockchain and its processes. For that to happen, most developers have to agree to the upgrade. Forking works in two ways: soft fork and hard fork. Understanding the working and differences between the two will add to your knowledge of how upgrades happen in the blockchain world. Let's get into a deeper knowledge of soft fork versus hard fork. While working with blockchain, the blockchain developers reach a consensus before they process any software upgrades or minor changes in the network rules. They must agree to the upgrades, and as the process gets completed, the blockchain splits into two, which is called a blockchain fork. The old path of the original blockchain works on the same set of rules as earlier, but the new one carries forward protocols of the earlier one with all the enhancements to the transactional processes post the upgrade. Some of the recent examples of a blockchain fork include Ethereum's merge upgrade and Cardano's Vassal upgrade. Unlike centralized financial platforms, which have a central entity approving and invoking advancements, there is no clinical method for blockchain technology to keep up with the requirements of the developing world. It falls upon the miners and the developers on a blockchain to understand the need for upgrades and then come to a consensus with the majority to agree to a fork. Forking is important to maintain the blockchain and support the participants on the network. Soft fork or hard fork? Which one is beneficial? There is no simple answer to this question, as the differences between a soft fork and a hard fork are vast. Hard forks occurring consecutively harm blockchain technology, while soft forks cannot bring about significant changes to the blockchain protocol. Although soft forks are considered diplomatic and kinder to the network, and with complete consensus on the changes, even major upgrades can be done on the blockchain. So the needle slightly shifts towards soft forks in the current scenario. Conclusion: every software and technology requires upgrades to evolve. Similarly, the upgrade in a blockchain is necessary for adding new features, maintaining the chain, and upgrading to a better network. Blockchain hard fork versus soft fork is a notable rivalry, but since we have been into complete comprehension of both, we understand that both are equally important for blockchain technology. Without these forks, there will be a centralized system again, avoiding blockchain's principal motive. 1. The Bitcoin Cash hard fork. Several nodes on the Bitcoin network did not agree to the changes after SegWit's upgradation to the chain. This resulted in a hard fork, which is comparatively well known too, the Bitcoin Cash. It happened on August 1, 2017, when the nodes understood that the community supports SegWit. The creators of Bitcoin Cash look at the split as a carry forward of the original BTC creators' vision. 2. Ethereum's dilemma. To return $40 million of the users on the network as a result of a hack, the ETH chain had to undergo a hard fork in July 2016. The funds were transferred to the original owners by making changes to the protocol and adding a new smart contract. The retrieval occurred in the form of DAO tokens. The network participants who were against this backward-compatible process due to its conflict with the very essence of a public blockchain are now keeping the original Ethereum network, which goes by the name Ethereum Classic. A hard fork is a change to a blockchain protocol that renders older versions invalid. If older versions continue running, they will end up with a different protocol and with different data than the newer version. This can lead to significant confusion and possible errors. With Bitcoin, a hard fork would be necessary to change defining parameters such as the block size, the mining difficulty algorithm, limits to additional information that can be added, etc. A change to any of these rules would cause blocks to be accepted by the new protocol, but rejected by older versions and could lead to serious problems. possibly even a loss of funds. Let's say that this 2 megabytes block is validated by an updated node and added to the blockchain. What if the next block is validated by a node running an older version of the protocol? It will try to add its block to the blockchain, but it will detect that the latest block is not valid. So it will ignore that block and attach its new validation to the previous one. Example of soft forks. 1. The SegWit soft fork. To increase the block size and transaction speed on the original Bitcoin blockchain, a segregated witness soft fork took place in August 2017. The soft fork was not welcomed by all the miners and nodes on the network, which led to a hard fork shortly. What is a hard fork? Now, as we get a deeper comprehension of soft fork versus hard fork, let us understand the hard fork first. Consider this a process in which the creation of a new blockchain is imminent, with a few miners disagreeing to bring the upgrade. A hard fork is essentially the permanent divergence of a new sidechain from the original one. The consensus of nodes and developers that agree to the new set of rules follow the newer version of the blockchain. The old blockchain no longer considers the newer one valid, meaning it is not backward compatible. A hard fork generally degrades the network's security and efficiency, since the consensus between network validators and security breaks. Why do hard forks happen? Since hard forks can make the blockchain network vulnerable, why do the nodes even consider them? The answer is to move forward with the requirements of the nodes. There can be requirements related to new functionalities, security procedures, resolving a disagreement in the network, or even resolving some faulty transactions on the network. Sometimes they occur by accident too, when two miners work on the same block and the blockchain splits due to different consensus results on the same block. The participants follow the old block, and the new one is called the orphan block. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.